Before getting to grips with the practical part of our course, I would like to talk to you about the user experience. First of all, I really want to underline that the UX and UI words, which you surely have heard in your experience with the internet or with programming, are absolutely distinct from each other. In fact, in this course, I'm giving you a brief presentation about the user experience with the aim of making you ready to what, once you are familiar with HTML and CSS, is available for you to make your websites perfect and usable by anyone, without the risk of creating contents which are not consistent with what the user is actually seeking. So we will drill down on the idea of user experience. And if someone here is interested in the idea of user interface, that is content prototyping, app prototyping or other, then there's the chance for this person to get involved with another sort of course, with the aim of creating interfaces to be then coded later, focusing then on the aesthetic aspect of what a website should result in, without writing down any code line though. This section of our course is necessary to make clear to all of you that any content we are going to create, above all starting from managing CSS, is meant to target any type of public. Therefore, now we are going to talk about user experience. That is the best way to make the contents usable and appealing to anyone surfing within the websites we are going to develop. When you develop a website, you have to focus on three fundamental aspects that are information, need, and goal. I pinpointed this presentation according to these 3 points because I think they are fundamental to be able to create a good user experience. Let's start from information, which is something that anyone as a user surfing that specific website is seeking, and consequently creating great contents also correctly written down and visible for the user is necessary so that to exactly match the expectations we all have when surfing any web page. Alongside the information, we need to focus on the need the user has regarding a specific page. In fact, if we decided to create a content about an issue the user visiting it holds dear, we should be capable of exploiting the mental schemes all of us have and which anybody surfing that page has to make the content in tune with these schemes and, as a consequence, to make it interesting to the user. We shouldn't forget that any web page is made up for a specific goal. In fact, despite managing to provide a certain type of information responding to the cherished need of a user, we might not in fact provide the user with the goal he or she wants to obtain. Also, in this case, therefore, carefully focusing on the goal of a specific type of page or of a specific type of content is necessary, as, again, if the user finds what he or she is seeking, but he or she cannot get through to the purchase or else to the insight of a specific theme, then the user experience created for that specific page definitely did not reach the goal. With this anticipation made, when the content of the course is grasped and when you start creating your own sites, I recommend that you pay a particular attention to whatever deals with the user experience. because this might make the difference when your website gets online and gets therefore available to any kind of user. A careful evaluation is indeed fundamental for every single part of the HTML document you are going to create, to be certain that your code, your text, your pictures, and all included in this or these specific pages are perfectly in line with what, in your opinion, may fully meet the needs of a person surfing your own website. In the next lessons, we will see in detail two fundamental aspects of the user experience which we can apply to our HTML and to the CSS. These are the typography and the colors, therefore text, and all the relative peculiarities related to the choice of a certain type of colors to insert in our pages. In particular, after the introduction to the HTML, which aim to be practical, we will see how the CSS can indeed be applied to improve all our pages, keeping into account all the rules of the user experience.